Hello, and welcome to another day on the channel. My name is RNGesus, and today we'll be doing another day of Arena Cube drafting. If you haven't seen any of my previous videos of doing Arena Cube draft, make sure to check them out. I'll leave them at the end of the video. And without further ado, let's get into the draft and see what's in our Pack 1 Pick 1. Alright, Pack 1 Pick 1. I do like History of Benalia as a really good aggressive card. There's also like Strangle Lightning Strike for mono red aggro, but if we want to go like mono white aggro, History of Benalia is the way to go. Fall of the Imposters for plus and plus and counter synergies is nice. This pack is pretty bad. Like, all of this stuff is pretty filler. Nobody really wants to play deck of many things. Phyrexian Metaphor, Sigiled Sword of Valeron, Abundant Harvest. Yeah, all these are pretty filler. Just take History of Benalia, it's just the best card in the pack. Yeah. Okay, here is our pack 2. There's a Restoration of Aganjo. And a Charming Prince. In mono white, that is. There's also Mazemind Tome, Cold Steel Heart for more rampy stuff. Oviya Pashari, which is fine. Not a big fan of it. There's also Mind Flayer, Suspicious Stowaway, Supreme Will, Neutralize. Neutralize is a decent counterspell, but I'd prefer Supreme Will over it just because of the utility. I could take Cold Steel Heart as a colorless card and maybe go into a rampy style deck. Or we could just try and stick to mono white. I like keeping my options open. Let's take the Cold Steel Heart. Yeah, just take the Cold Steel Heart. And now there's a Prosper. Woe Strider in the pack? That's surprising. No green, though. So I don't think I want to be ramp, but I also don't want to be mono white because Banishing Slash is the only white card in the pack. I could do a sacrifice deck. Woe Strider Silts in the pack is meaning something. Like for sacrifice, getting your sacrifice outlets is the most important thing you can do. So yeah, take Woe Strider, hope to wield Prosper. I could see that. And now Blood Artist over Lurrus or Chandra. Okay. Yeah, maybe we are Sacrifice. And now Cavalier of Night as a sacrifice removal spell that also reanimates something. Yeah, I'm down for this. Maybe just mono black as well if we don't get enough red cards. Since the black cards are definitely higher quality than the red cards we're seeing. If we do go mono black, we're looking for like Bolas of Citadel, Gary, stuff like that. Yeah, Cold Steel Heart we might actually play still for like ramping into our big 5 mono black stuff, or 6. Maybe like a Noxious Gearhulk or something. Here, Hagramauling or Mythos of Nethroi? Ornithopter's also kind of cute too. Let's take Hagramauling. I think I like it better just because it's a land utility, and we're never going to be able to spend green or white to use it as any removal. Yep, just take Hagramauling. And now we can take Rankle, Master of Pranks. But there is also Discover the Formula still in the pack, which is an amazing card, and Shark Typhoon. So we could take Discover the Formula, maybe go into like a black-blue control deck. I don't hate it over Rankle. Yeah, let's try it. And now we can get an Inscription of Insight as like a tempo sort of play to slow down our opponents. We could also take Rawl. But I think that just taking Inscription is better here. And on the wheel, we get Amaria's Call, Blade of the Oni. No white cards, so yeah, glad we moved out of mono white. Besides Amaria's Call, no really good white cards. But Breeding Pool in the pack, even though we haven't seen any green, isn't that great. So it's either between the Deck of Many Things or Dismiss. And I think I like Dismiss because we also have Hagra Mauling and Discover the Formula to cast instant speed. And now we wheel Suspicious Stowaway and Supreme Will. Well, don't mind if I do. We'll take the Supreme Will over the Stowaway. Now let's take the Stowaway. We wheeled Prosper like we hoped to. But I think we'd rather take the Gearhulk. Like we've got Dismiss, we've got Discover, we've got Hagra Mauling as in speed. Yeah, Prosper is good, but we've moved out of Sacrifice. Yeah, now we can take a Saiba Siphoner over Odawara. Yeah. This deck is coming along pretty well, so blue is super open, to say the least. And the Stormwing Entity. Yeah. Black might be more cut than we'd hope. But I still think black is pretty strong at the moment. Even though Cavalier of Night is triple black, which is a hard constraint. Mythos of Nethroi on the wheel, good removal spell. And Steam Vents. If we do splash red for something, it could be good. As speaking of splashing red, Magma Opus Torrential Gearhulk, anyone? Over Mind Stone. Yeah, Mind Stone is good ramp, that's for sure. But is it better than Magma Opus? And yeah, let's just take Magma Opus. We can just channel it for 2, and then if we find like a way, like Cold Steel Heart or something, and actually cast it. Or we can just like splash it with Steam Vents. I am down for that. Here we have Infernal Grasp or Elspeth's Nightmare. Elspeth's Nightmare is pretty good. It's like a 2-for-1. Infernal Grasp, just some instant speed removal. Let's take Elspeth's Nightmare. Yeah, I like the 2-for-1 that it can give. And here we could take a Blood Crypt to help splash Magma Opus over Sorin the Mirthless or Ebondeath. How does Baral look? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that can make it cheaper. Or not, it can make cheaper. Or the Celestius, actually. The Celestius might be better than Blood Crypt for the fact that it can just produce any color and we don't have to run in our mana base. Yeah, let's take the Celestius. Plus, it's like incidental life gain. And now... Now what? Nothing good in blue. Just take like Disfigure as some 2-mana removal. Yeah, just Disfigure. And how does Arcane Bombardment look? Or Kolaghan's Command. Arcane Bombardment. I really do like Arcane Bombardment. Let's take it. Okay, so we're going to transfer into more of a blue, a Grixis kind of instant sorceries matters archetype, and I am down for that. We can cut Woe Strider since we don't really care for that. But yeah, this is gonna be fun. I do really love Arcane Bombardment. You have to take a turn off to cast it, but if you do and just like cast a bunch of spells. You can turn like any 1 mana instant into a counter spell with dismiss. Any instant to draw 3, which allows you to keep chaining off more and more. Into a removal spell, into bounce spell. It just becomes super powerful, yeah. Hopefully we wheel Brawl. Or some mana fixing. Yeah, that Blood Crypt would be nice. Here, Consider would be amazing, but we just have to take the fixing. Like, fixing is too important right now, though. Even, like, if Faithless Looting or Consider Wheel, we'll definitely play it. But we just have to take the Spire Bluff Canal. Just some fixing. Now, Gale, Conduit of the Arcane. Or Gale's Redirection. I don't hate having the 5-mana counterspell that can also become the spell. Over Black Market Connections. If we're more aggressive, I'd take Black Market Connections, but not here. Now we can just take Andantha is green-white, so yeah, useless. Just take a Brazen Borrower. We wield Riverglide Pathway, that is amazing. We have all of the blue-red fixing. But none of the black-blue, which is our main colors at the moment. Maybe we just lean more of a splash on these two. Sorry, Jan. Here, Infernal Grasp I like. Actually, Hard Evidence I think is better. Like, we already have Elspeth's Nightmare, Mythos, and some Bounce. I think we'd rather just take Hard Evidence. It's cheaper, cantrip, for Arcane Bombardment, and creates an early body. And now we can take Blood Crypt as some more better fixing. We have a lot of this red fixing, but none of our main fixing. Like in pack 1, we saw Drownyard Catacombs, but nothing else in the way of blue-black fixing. I'm not sure Blood Artist is, like, amazing in this deck, since we're not really Sacrifice. But yeah, the deck is coming along swimmingly. We've got a lot of good cards. Stormwing Entities, like, fine. Works well with Hard Evidence. And Arcane Bombardment is looking super good. Here, just take a Crypt Breaker. Let's take the Opportunist. Turn our removal into card draw. Like we have Elspeth's Nightmare, Mythos, Hydra Mauling. Here, this was a pack with like a Fabled Passage and what else? We'll take Big G, Mama G. And here, Mentor's Guidance. I don't hate Overwheeling Consider. And Cultivator's Caravan. We might actually play that. Who knows? Here in pack number 3, there's Burn Down the House and Counterspell. Those are like all the cards we're looking at. There's like a bunch of Bant lands and a bunch of good Bant cards like Skooz, Workshop, Emperor, Champions of Tyr. But not great for us. Just take the Counterspell, call it a day. And like cut maybe Cavalier because of the triple black requirement. I actually like Burn Down the House. And now we get Midnight Clock over Fading Hope or Soul Transfer. or Scarab God. I actually like the Fading Hope more, for the reason that it triggers Arcane Bombardment at instant speed. It's super cheap, and it's some early interaction, which we are lacking severely. And the aggro decks can be very punishing in this cube, so I think I just need to take the Fading Hope over, like, more late-game win conditions. Then again, we might need the Zeator's Proving Ground for fixing. Black-red. If this was a blue-black land, we would take it, but I think we have to take the Fading Hope here. Do we have a blue-black land? What is up with no blue-black lands? We've got this black-red land. We've got another black-red land. Fatal Push is fine. Blightstep Pathway. How many players do we got? We've got 23. Yeah, we can just take lands. We'll take the Triome as it's better fixing over the untapped land. And now Thief of Sanity or Xander's Lounge, the perfect fixing. I think I have to take Xander's Lounge. It's just the perfect fixing for this deck. All of our colors. I'm sorry, Thief of Sanity, you win the game on your own sometimes, but we'll take Xander's Lounge. And how does Mizzix's Mastery look in this deck? With Arcane Bombardment, it's kind of a non-bow. Yeah, let's just take Sulphur Falls or Exclude. I actually like Exclude more. Yeah, we already have all this blue-red fixing. If there was a blue-black land, we would have taken it. But there, Exclude, I think, is better. And now, Lier's cute, Negate's fine. But let's just take the Forsaken Crossroad. We have a good amount of counter magic already with Gale's Redirection, Dismiss, and Exclude. I don't think we need any more. Plus, Gale's Redirection is super cool with Torrential Gear Hulk. So, our mana base is looking super good. And we get Silumgar's Command. Well. You're not hard to look at. We will definitely take Silumgar's Command. It's at least a 2-for-1 every time. It can counter target non-creature spell, -3/-3. It can -3/-3 destroy target planeswalker, -3/-3 return target non-creatures, or return target permanent. It can even bounce lands. This is how broken the card is. And now, ooh, Coma. That is a super strong card, but we are way too far away from playing it. So we take either Spell Pierce or Prof. I think I like Prof.
Witherbloom is just as dark and musty as I remember.
Yes, it is, Prof. Yes, it is. I don't think we're going to run Cavalier, especially with 3 colors and not enough blue-black fixing. Like, we got a bunch of blue-red, but that doesn't have support black. So we'll have to cut Cavalier of Night. Counter spell on the wheel. Well, don't mind if I do. Counterspell. Does whatever the counterspell. Also, how many Planeswalker, Cleric, Druid, Shaman, Warlock, or Wizards do we have? A lot of things to keep track of. That is a human rogue werewolf. Does not care about rogues. Midnight Clock on the wheel. Sweet. We have a fairy rogue, a human ninja, an elemental, and a construct. So yeah, Mentor's Guidance is never going to be copied. It is it's overpriced opt. Fatal Push, don't mind if I do. How much removal do we have? We have Disfigure, Fatal Push, so removal. I'll put counterspells in a different pile. Thief of Sanity on the wheel. Let's go. Nobody's in our colors. And this is the value of picking the open lane. You get all the good stuff. And Sulfur Falls on the wheel. Counterspell. Fading Hope. Brazen Borrower. Nightmare. Mythos. Dismiss. Gale's Redirection, now negate. And a Brawl's Expertise. Wow. This deck has... Wow. I'm just in awe and shock. Like, seriously, how did we end up with such a good deck? So, let's put our removal into one area. Let's see, we've got Prof, Fatal Push, Disfigure, Fading Hope, and Counterspells in another. Hagramauling, Elspeth's Nightmare, Exclude goes into Counterspell, Brazen goes into Bounce, Mythos, no, that's Morbid Opportunist, Mythos, Inscription, Dismiss, Gale's Redirection, Silumgar's Command. So this is our removal pile. It is stacked sky high. We can probably like cut the Inscription. I mean, if anything, we want to cut like the Mentor's Guidance. That's just really cheap. We can definitely cut down on removal. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 removal spells. Sword. This is like a land as well. This is just a win condition. Let's cut Inscription. Let's go back to looking at our curve. Do. You do have a lot of 5-drops and a lot of 3-drops as the curve is looking. Our ramp is like Midnight Claw, Cultivator's Caravan, Cold Steel Heart, and the Celestius. I like it. I don't think we really care for Stormwing Entity. And yeah, it's just like a 5-mana 3/3 flyer that scries 2. On a rare occasion, if we have one of these, it becomes 4 mana. Or 3 mana, really. Succubus Siphoner, we might never get the discount, but it's still super good. 4 mana 2/2 flash, return instant or sorcery card back to your hand. Still amazingly powerful. Brawl's Expertise. How good is that? We can bounce a bunch of things and then cast a removal spell or a ramp spell, or not really a counter spell. Yeah, let's cut Brawl's Expertise. I mean, I like it a lot, though. No, that's... Now, misclicks. Magma Opus is kind of 2, since we might just channel it most of the time. And like cast it from graveyard with Gear Hulk or Bombardment. Maybe we cut Morbid Opportunist, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, board wipe 7, 8. We have 9 ways of destroying creatures. I mean, it's not bad. But it's taking up a 3 mana slot, and I don't really like that. Like, it's fine. It's not amazing. Caravan. I don't really know what to cut. Like everything in this draft has been so powerful and, like, so good. I'm still a little questionable about Gale's Redirection as a 5-mana counterspell. Without, like, really... Yeah, let's cut Gale's Redirection. It's just too expensive. Like, Silumgar's Command is worth it, because it can be double removal spell. But just counter and maybe cast a spell for free, steal a spell. Like, it's fine. Having too many counter spells isn't amazing with Arcane Bombardment. Yeah, we can probably cut a negate. Since we have counterspell, exclude, dismiss. Like, exclude only counters creatures, though, so, yeah. And 3 more spells. Come on, you got this. Torrential Gearhulk, how does that look? We have, like, 11 instants and 3 sorceries. Wow. Burn, and this, I don't think that's even including the Brazen Borrower. Yeah, I don't think it is. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it wasn't even counting the Borrower. So, Brawl's Expertise, is it worth it? I really want to cut it. But it's like, removal plus ramp? Removal, whatever, yeah. If we had like Brawl's Expertise Saiba Siphoner, just like time walk them twice. But we just have to cut the Brawl's Expertise. I'm sorry. It's not an instant with Torrential Gearhulk. It doesn't have like enough 4-drops to warrant, and most of like the spells it's gonna cast are counter spells. And now what? Suspicious Stowaway as like a looter. I mean, we're gonna be passing the turn a lot, so it's gonna be nighttime a lot. Maybe cut Nightmare because it's not an instant or sorcery. I am instant and sorcery-ist. Instant and sorcery-ist. Get rid of the Elspeth's Nightmare because it's not an instant or sorcery. Sure, it's a 2-for-1, but it's not an instant or sorcery. And we don't care for those. And one final cut. Cultivator's Caravan is like a 3-mana ramp spell. No really any utility. It's important to ramp into our stuff, though. Especially since we have so much card draw. Every mana matters. Every mana matters. I'm on a roll with these. We don't want to cut any of our early game. Kind of want to cut a top end card, but they're all super powerful. Am I insane, or is Thief of Sanity the cut? No. Too good. This is more of a 2-drop. We have red source, 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 red source. A lot of red sources, including like Cold Steel Heart, Cultivator's Caravan, Cold Steel Heart, and Celestius. Do I cut like the Fatal Push? Like it kills early game creatures, but against like control, it's not really good at all. And we have like Disfigure and Fading Hope against aggro decks. Yeah, we'll cut that. Sorry. But yeah. I'll think of a game or a deck name real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, after some thought, I chose the name No You Don't because we just do some classic blue stuff, and we will put, of course, Torrential Gearhulk onto the top. Now let's look back at the deck. As in our ramp, we have Cold Steel Heart, Cultivator's Caravan, the Celestius, and Midnight Clock. For removal, we have Disfigure, Fading Hope, Brazen Borrower, Mythos of Nethroi, Burn Down the House, Silumgar's Command, Professor Onyx, Magma Opus. And for some counter magic, we've got Counterspell, Exclude, Dismiss, and Silumgar's Command. And just for some big threats, we have Professor Onyx, Gearhulk, Magma Opus, Arcane Bombardment, Suspicious Stowaway, and Thief of Sanity. And then just some other cards that are just super powerful. Saiba Siphoner, Burn Down the House, and Suspicious Stowaway. Hard Evidence is just an enabler. And there's Hagra Mauling just sitting on the side as a land. And before we get into the games, let us pray. Dear RNGesus, Heavenly Father, may your light shine upon our decks, and make sure that we always draw our best cards when we need them, and may we never be flooded out anytime we don't want that to happen. May we draw the perfect card at every single moment, and may our opponents fail every single time. In your precious and wonderful name, amen. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get into some games and see how the deck does. This hand looks pretty sweet. We'll keep. On the draw, we'll probably draw a land. They shock in a Steam Fence and cast a Terramander. Well, that's troubling. We'll play a Blood Crypt tapped and pass a turn. So they look to be Jeskai control. And I guess start ramping. Cold Steel Heart. Name blue. Pass a turn. They cast Darcy. They still have Counterspell magic up. Well, we can cast Suspicious Stowaway and then channel Magma Opus. I like that. We cast Suspicious Stowaway, and we pass the turn. We're not representing Counterspell mana, but we couldn't, which is a little annoying. They play a Xander's Lounge into a Utgar's Fury. That's going to be annoying. They can deal 4 damage to our Stowaway. Sure thing. They swing, we channel Opus. We take a bit of damage. We play land. And Thief of Sanity, hold up Exclude / Mythos. I am down for that. Terrifying, but thankfully temporary. I always love the flavor texts of cards. Just when I get a little bored, I can just read them. So, what is our opponent going to do? Phyrexian Metamorph. That we are going to counterspell. Or exclude. Don't want that happening. And hopefully no counterspell. They might be debating if countering excludes worth it. Which it definitely is. They don't counter, so they might just not have a counterspell in hand. Well, we'll move to combat and swing for 2. I mean, they're only holding up priority when we cast a spell, and I really don't like that. So we'll just play land and pass the turn. Thief of Sanity keeps its damage. We take 1. They cast Grim Lavamancer. And we'll cast Discover the Formula. There's the counterspell that we knew they had. Sure thing, buddy. Sure thing. Well, we'll move to combat and swing at them with Thief. Go grab Expressive Iteration or Braid. Expressive Iteration's super good card draw, but we'll have enough card draw. We'll take a Braid as a removal spell. Play land. And let's set up Arcane Bombardment. Sure, it'll get pinged off by Grim Lavamancer, the Thief of Sanity. But I think just setting up this Arcane Bombardment now is better. We take 3. And they shoot our Thief. And then now, time to start having some fun. So what is this card you drew, OP? Is it counter magic? No. Well, let's abrade the Darcy. Trigger. What did we hit? Discover the Formula. Let's go. Well, that's a sweet looking hand. Cast the Celestius. Play Cultivator's Caravan. And pass. Pass in case we hit Exclude. And it becomes day. So we gain a life, we get to loot, pitch the land. You can ping our face for 2, that's fine. They cast a Rekindling Phoenix. I probably should have cast a removal spell to try and exclude that. Yeah, let's destroy that. Watch us hit exclude and be max punished. Called it. Exclude would have been great. We can just kill it though. We'll like burn down the house, disfigure. We take 2. We'll put a stop on their upkeep so we can disfigure on their upkeep. So that way we can get more Arcane Bombardment triggers. So let's burn down the house. How much mana do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so we can burn down the house, Hagra Mauling. We'll create some 1/1s. Exile Mythos, so that solves our problem. This is how Magic was intended to be played, right? Right? Yeah, probably. And then, since we want to hold up some counter magic, let's just disfigure this. Midnight Clock. Swing. And with all the counter magic in the world, we pass the turn. We have counter target creature. We have counter target non-creature. Just counter, period. Yeah, they weren't winning that. Thank you, Arcane Bombardment. This is why I chose you. You are the most beautiful card I've ever seen. On to the next game. This hand looks fine. We have a Hagra Mauling. We're probably going to play that as a land. We'll play this tapped and pass. They play a Force into a Pelt Collector, which we will disfigure. And we'll play Hagra Mauling as the Brood Pit. They cast a Wolfwillow Haven. We draw a Counterspell. Hopefully we draw a blue source, so then we can dismiss. Or Counterspell. But most likely dismiss. They blitz a Requisitioner. That's fine by me. That means that we don't have to deal with anything on board. Blue source. Perfect. Island pass. Tireless Tracker. You are dismissible. Ooh, exclude. Neat. I love playing fair Magic, don't you? Let's play tap land, hold up exclude, and counterspell. And pass the turn. Golos, we will exclude that. I'm loving these counter target spell draw card. Play land. Cast Prof. Plus
Open your books to pay.
Arcane Bombardment. Anybody?
There has to be an answer here.
They cast Facebreaker into Rishkar. Well, they played spells. Congratulations, them. Play a land. Since we can't set up this turn very well, let's cast Silumgar's Command. -3/-3 and return target permanent. Return their Wolfwillow Haven land and kill that. Drain. Bounce their land, and Wolfwillow Haven becomes unenchanted. Force them to sacrifice their Facebreaker. Pass the turn, hold up Counterspell. What you got, OP? Anything scary? We do have Counterspell magic up. No, you don't want to do anything? They concede. Just counter target spell, draw card, counter target spell, draw card was just the breaking point for them. Or at least in my opinion. So much value. I love it. On to the next game. This hand looks pretty good. We can lead off with a Xander's Lounge and have the Sulphur Falls enter untapped. And we have some Disfigure for some early removal. Exclude's looking pretty good. We'll cast Suspicious Stowaway. Pass the turn. They play a Black Source. Hey! Removing stuff's my job. Stupid road people. Meh. Do we shock this in to hold up exclude? I think we do. Shakedown heavy, that is definitely worth excluding. Glad we held up exclude. We'll play this tapped, naming black. Scry 1, put that on the bottom, since this late Cold Steel Heart isn't that good. They cast Priest. No counter magic here. Just a removal spell. We'll disfigure the Priest. We will play a land and pass the turn. Hold up Silumgar's Command. Yawgmoth, Thran Physician. Boo. Well, I guess we're just unsummoning it. Play this on red. Cast Prof. I mean, we guess I could have forced him to sacrifice, but
I won't be given a second chance.
meh.
I'll make my own.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have wasted Silumgar's Command on just unsummoning Yawgmoth. They murder that. Sure thing. We will pass the turn. No counter magic here, OP. Seriously, we don't have any. They play land. Invoke Despair. Boo. That's rude. Well, they draw 3, and deal 6, draw 3 is pretty good. Wow, we're getting punished for not playing the Lava Guide Pathway on blue, because now we can't cast Thief of Sanity, Counterspell, and Saiba Siphoner. Instead, we can... I mean, then again, we don't also have the mana, so that's something. We just have, like, Dismiss as counter magic. Infernal Grasp. Hey, mama. No, 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 no. We like our Thief of Sanity here. It is very good. Meat Hook Massacre for 2. Yeah, that's fine. But now they have an Edict effect in play, and that's annoying. We will play land and pass the turn. They play land. Cast Rankle. Yeah, let's dismiss that. Casting Magma Opus would also be good, but I think dismissing that's better. And if they cast, like, Murderous Rider or something, also fine. We'll just cast Saiba Siphoner here. Saiba Siphoner, go get Discover the Formula. Cast Discover the Formula. Arcane Bombardment. I like seeing you around. We don't really have much life to spend at the moment. So we'll just cast Hard Evidence. Swing for 2. And pass a turn. Getting Arcane Bombardment down and then just start slinging some spells, I am liking very much. Sky Sovereign. That's bad. How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's... Arcane Bombardment. Cast Burn the House Down, creating a bunch of 1/1s. Trigger. What do we hit? Silumgar's Command. Perfect. And they concede. Silumgar's Command would have been able to kill their Gutter Bones, bounce Sky Sovereign, and even with the ETB, we can just start doing insane stuff. Oh, feels good. I like this cube a lot. On to the next game. This hand looks pretty good. We'll keep. We'll probably lead off with a Hagra Brood Pit. Actually, we can just play Steam Vents tap so we don't have to pay 2 life. And we need the blue mana, so let's just lead off with tap Steam Vents. Next turn... Cast a Suspicious Stowaway. Like, sure, Cold Steel Heart would have been great there, but I think we would rather have the Stowaway and start looting. Plus, if they just pass a turn, then we can do some fun shenanigans. Instead, they Lightning Strike. Which now leaves them open to a Thief of Sanity. Do you got removal for this? They play an island. And they pass, so we'll move to combat. Will Thief of Sanity connect? Let's find out. It does. What do we steal from them? Overcharged Amalgam. 4 mana counterspell. Mold Drifter or multiple choice. As you may look at the card and cast it as long as it remains exiled. I like multiple choice. We'll play this tapped. And cast a... They probably have counter magic up, so let's cast Cultivator's Caravan. It's worse than Midnight Clock, but if they counter it, we're happier, as they cast a Neutralize. So we called it. They had counter magic, we played around it. Next turn we can just like double ramp spell with Midnight Clock, Cold Steel Heart. We move to combat. Swing. And this is cast, not play, right? You may cast, so yeah, we have to choose spells. Midnight Clock, don't mind if I do. Into Cold Steel Heart. We'll name red for the fact that we do need double red for a lot of spells. And they just cast Behold the Multiverse. Sure thing. We don't have anything for Torrential Gearhulk yet. Surprisingly, we haven't hit any lands, or not any lands, any instants yet through our 11 draws. They just play land pass. Maybe Silumgar's Command. Swing for 2. No Silumgar's Command, or else I would have used it. Raw. Storm Conduit. I do like Raw, but we don't have that much in the way of instant sorceries. Let's take Raw. Play land. Cast Midnight Clock number 2. Cast Rawl. They negate that, sure. And Hard Evidence. Not multiple choice, my bad. Hard Evidence. Pass turn. If they'll ever play a creature, we can just bounce it to hand with multiple choice. And these Midnight Clocks keep ticking up. They finally find a removal spell for Thief, but too little, too late. Hey, Thief of their own. Neat. Well, we'll cast this for 4. Balance their Thief, scry 1 draw card, create a 4/4. And if they counterspell it with Pact of Negation, we'll disfigure Thief. Resolve. They had to use so many resources on their own spells. Just makes things so much better. Like, they had to negate their own roll. They had to Pact of Negation their own multiple choice. And I guess the Midnight Clock hasn't been... It's just mine, I guess. We draw a card from the clue. Level those up a bit. And let's cast Prof. Plus... Let's go get a Saiba Siphoner. Mill Fading Hope and land. No attacks, pass a turn. Midnight Clock grows. Each passing turn, the clock strikes 1 hour closer. Saiba Siphoner can get back like a Disfigure. It's not super great. They play 7 mana draw 3. Sure. We will plus. Go grab the Celestius. Play land, cast the Celestius. And... since instant speed, we'll just pass a turn. Yep. Fair magic over here. Nothing to see here. We just have all of the mana in the world. We've got card draw, impending doom of an ultimate, Basically a Torment of Hailfire for 10. Or for 7. For 7. I meant like 10 mana, but then I remembered that would be 9 mana. But yeah, Torment of Hailfire for 7 would be super powerful. Like, they'd wipe away their hand and still take 6 damage. End of turn, flash in Saiba Siphoner. Go get a Fading Hope. They cast Malevolent Hermit. Sure. We'll actually now get Disfigure. Cast Saiba Siphoner. You can't counter that with Malevolent Hermit, can you? No, no, no. They cast a Gear Hulk. And they can, like, Pact of Negation? Oh, neutralize. Yeah, they can neutralize it. Well, now that they don't have mana open, we can Mythos of Nethroi that. And they counter the Saiba Siphoner. Sure thing. It becomes day. And, of course, we loot. Discard land. Draw a Magma Opus. Take Counterspell. Put a stop on their upkeep. Since they had to flash in Torrential Gear Hulk, we'll just pass. And here, let's cast Magma Opus. 1 damage, 1 damage. Or 3 damage there. Tap both black sources. Yeah, I like that. And I'm an idiot. I just realized I could sacrifice Malevolent Hermit and blow me out. I am a dumb person. Oh, I just also have Disdainful Stroke. Sure. I messed up. I messed up big time, and they kind of made it better for me. Discard Silumgar's Command. I mean, I guess if they have removal, that makes sense. So they can prevent Prof from, you know, killing them. Like, I think they're dead to an ultimate. Like, discard 3 cards, they still have 4 triggers. Yeah, sure. We'll just let resolve anything that does not kill me, does not damage Onyx. Because Onyx just kills them, yeah. They can sacrifice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or that's 5, and then they still have 2 triggers, so they take 6. Doesn't kill them outright, but then we could just flash in Torrential Gear Hulk, get back Magma Opus, and kill them. So yeah, good games. On to game number 4, I believe. Nope, game number 5, and still no losses. On to the next one. This hand is fine. A bit of a mana problem, since we're going to have to play this on blue rather than red. So we can cast Midnight Clock, Saiba Siphoner, and Fading Hope. We'll play the Hagra Brood Pit. They cast Mind Stone. Sure thing. Well, now I'm sad. We drew an island. We're just going to have to channel Magma Opus this game, and then cast it with Saiba Siphoner. By buying it back with Saiba. They play a land. So they might be like a... Hey, that's not cool, man. Midnight Clock wasn't doing anything to you. Rude. Maybe we should have played an island there so we could Fading Hope and Magma Opus channel. Yeah, misplay. Oh, well. And pass the turn. Let's see what you got. They play Mountain into a Glory Bringer. Let's bounce you real quick. Oh, perfect. Never punished. Hashtag never punished. What a nice creature you got there. Oh, I love Magic so much. It's so fun just to watch your opponent struggle to even land a creature on board. We will channel Magma Opus and draw Discover the Formula. We'll just pass the turn and cast Discover the Formula, or just Saiba Siphoner, cast Exclude again. Depends on what they do. Turn Timber, we can't counter that. Can we? No, we can't. So, what you getting? Atushi. Or Atsushi. Sure, that's fine. Hey, we can even bounce it now. Let's cast the Celestius. Petty Theft, Atsushi. Cast Thief of Sanity. And pass a turn. Yep, things are looking up. And we can just buy back Discover the Formula. Next turn, though. Next turn. They play a land. If like their best thing to do is cast Turn Timber, I think we're in pretty good position. They cast Atsushi, sure thing. And they Ravenous Pursuit. We can't stop that. But they do get to give something in hand +2/+2. Oh, burn the house down. Way up we go. Use this as a removal spell for Atsushi. I think I like that. It's not amazing because of the potential it has and Atsushi's death trigger. But I think it's still good. They hit Karn and Mystic. Sure. Karn can start creating constructs or drawing cards, whatever they choose. Like, they'll be 2/2s. Sure thing. You can have... Put a card, the other... You get a land. No Ulvenwald Oddity for you, thank you. I have enough troubles as is. They cast a Mystic. Into a Solemn Simulacrum, that is a 4/4. Scary. They go get a land, and we'll just flash in Saiba Siphoner. Magma Opus? No, let's go get Discover. We don't have enough mana for Opus. We'll Discover the Formula. Into a Cold Steel Heart naming Red. No, let's cast Stowaway. No attacks, pass the turn. If they just buy their Ulvenwald Oddity, that's fine. We can just kill it. Next turn, though. Ulvenwald Oddity. And do they have enough mana to level it up? They do, to transform it into 1/2. If they tap their Elvish Mystic, that would be definitely scary. Yeah, they're definitely transforming it right now. Oh, they're not. Interesting. They have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Yeah, they could have transformed. So what do they have? You line up the shot, conjure a card named Natural. Hey, man! Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's not cool. That's not cool, man. The Celestius wasn't doing nothing to nobody. Land. Swing you there. Actually, let's swing you face. Trigger, we loot. Discard Cold Steel Heart. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so we can cast Torrential Gearhulk and Mythos. If we need to, we can just cast Exclude from our graveyard. Otherwise, we'll probably just get Discover the Formula or Opus. They crack the Mind Stone. And it becomes night. What you got, OP? Actually, we could cast Torrential Gearhulk, cast Discover the Formula, then cast Dismiss. Yeah, let's just cast Torrential Gearhulk. Go get Discover the Formula. Draw 3 cards. Draw 3 spells. Make everything cheaper. Silumgar's Command. Prof. And Hard Evidence. Yeah, sure. Eat you. They transform the Oddity. Please transform the Oddity. I don't have mana. I have 2 mana. What could I possibly transform with this? Oh well. Or kill Lone Wild Oddity with. That's fine. They draw a card. But yeah, I think we're starting to take over the game. Still missing red pretty heavily, but we only have 3 red cards in the deck, and we've already used 2 of them. Arcane Bombardment's one of the last ones. Oh, Chandra. Big Chandra. Wipe the board. Yep. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're gonna have to, like, Silumgar's Command, destroy Chandra. Cast Guardian Idol. Sure. Destroy target Planeswalker. Return. Bounce you. Destroy you.
I'll try to come back for you.
Play Forsaken Crossroads, naming red. And scry 1. Bottom the land. Pass the turn. Hold up Dismiss and Disfigure. Like, Chandra was probably one of our biggest threats, so glad we could kill that, just because it can't be countered. You can have a land. No big score for you. Helena and Elena, you are definitely dismissive worthy. We're running a little thin in our deck. So we have to be wary about that a bit. They animate the Guardian Idol, sure thing. We will disfigure you in a blink of an eye. And then our turn. Hooray! Land, cast, prof, and have the auto-tapper screw me.
You really want to fight me? That's cute.
Take counterspell. Pass the turn. We can't really even activate Prof that much, just because we're running low on cards. And with our clock already in the graveyard, it's not looking that great. Counterspell. I think we might just kill ourselves from too much card advantage. Maybe instead of getting the... Oh, they cast Voracious Hydra. Well, that's dying. That is dying real quick. Cast Hard Evidence. Crack the Hard Evidence. Arcane Bombardment, anybody? Yeah, I think Prof is not gonna be doing much anymore. We're gonna have to win with, like, this Brazen Borrower. Oh. That's a bad. That is very much a bad. They cast Run in 7. Create a Tree Folk. Cast Jugan, Defense the Temple. Create a 1/1. Pass the turn. Saiba, Siphoner. There we go. Go grab Magma Opus or Silumgar's Command. Magma Opus deals with both of the Planeswalkers. Cast Opus. Submit. Tap. You and you. I mean, we should probably do this at instant speed. But I'm lazy. We hit Hard Evidence. Professor Onyx, you're going to win us this game. And we go down to 3 cards left. Play as Anton's Lounge. Do not activate Prof. Pass the turn. We really want to exile, like, Burn Down the House or something. I mean, actually, anything we hit is good. We just don't want to draw too many cards. They cast Incubation Druid. Adapt Incubation Druid. And they just pass. This is bad. This is very bad. Cast you. Cast you. Draw a card. Do we lose? This can't be. No! We just had too much value! Too much value. No. It's not that they beat us, it's we beat ourselves. We drew too many cards. It was all too much. If I'm going out, I think drawing too many cards is a good way to go. They take their fill of damage, and we will cycle Savai Triumph to kill ourselves. Good game. Oh. I'm not even mad about that. If we kill ourselves due to decking, that is something that is phenomenal. Wow. On to the next game. This hand has all kinds of wrong going on with it. Missing blue, missing red. We'll mulligan. This is better. We will bottom land. And we'll lead off with this, naming red and scry 1. I like the Savai Triome. It's just another land. They play a Sun Petal Grove. And we'll cast a Stowaway. Pass the turn. No, not a porty hole. We wanted our seafaring werewolf eventually. We'll cast a Thief of Sanity. And they crack Fabled Passage. Are they like just a green-white counters deck? No, Abzan. They play a Plains into Scaparishan. Wow. Removal spell into a removal spell, don't you know? Play Savai Triome tapped. Pass the turn. It is night. I kind of want to get a 3/3 token, but we'll just take it. They cast Explore, sure. Draw a card, extra land this turn, and they pass. Yeah, let's get a 3/3. Skyclave Apparition doesn't do anything if you don't let it do anything. Bottom Blood Crypt. Trigger, create a 3/3. Our turn. Discover the formula. We still need a blue source for that, though. So we'll swing for 3 and pass the turn. They cast a Blade Splicer. And create a big golem. Luckily, we can bounce said golem. Into burn the house down, create a bunch of 1/1s. Don't mind if I do. Charge! Oh. Oh no. Oh no. I did not realize this was a Flicker deck. Bad things are coming. Bad things. They can't even Scaparition anything because they're all tokens. They cast God of the Tree. And pass. We'll cast a Cold Steel Heart. Naming blue. And pass the turn. Oh, these golems. What are we gonna do with you? We'll block like that. No. We'll block like that. And kill one of the golems. Triggers. Damage to this golem. Damage to this golem. Trade off with the Blade Splicer. 1 more damage to the golem. And they storm the festival. Hopefully nothing too scary. Okay, just a Timeless Witness. I can get back like Ephemerate, yeah. We'll just pass the turn. We might need to counterspell that Ephemerate. I mean, actually, they can just hold it up, so not much we can do about that, actually. They cast a Llanowar Visionary. So this is like a really cool Abzan Flicker deck. I like it. I like it a lot. Discover the formula. If anything's gonna save me, it's Archean Bombardment, but we don't have the mana to cast it just yet. So we just pass the turn. I think we want to hold up Exclude, so just pass the turn. End of turn, they Ephemerate. We will counter target non-creature spell, -3, -3. Kill the Golem, counter the Ephemerate. And pass the turn. And now we still have Exclude held up. Though I don't know why Cold Steel Heart was tapped rather than, or wasn't tapped instead of the land. Storm the Festival. Just 2 lands, pretty please. 2 lands would be fine. Golos and Key to the Archive. That is the complete opposite of 2 lands. I mean, Golos is a land technically, so. This is just... How are we gonna come back from this? I don't know. I don't know. Cast you, activate you, try and find something. Torrential Gearhulk. But it isn't enough. Good games. Well, that was just a really good deck by them. I like it. Obs on Flicker. I'm really enjoying this new cube that they came out with. On to the next game. This hand looks pretty good. Tap land, turn 1. Turn 2, Hard Evidence. Play Blood Crypt tapped. Hard Evidencier. Blood Crypt pass. They play Plains and pass. They don't have Counterspell Magic up, so let's lead off with the Celestius. No attacks, pass turn. Sure, Midnight Clock would be good, but if they just, like, pass and hold up Counterspell Magic, we get to loot. Hooray! Hooray for looting! We'll play land. I kind of want to cast Midnight Clock, but that just means running into Counterspell. So we'll just pass the turn. And then we can crack Clue, cycle. Yep, they had Supreme Will. They choose their card. They play a Xander's Lounge into their own Hard Evidence. And then, end of turn, we crack a Clue. Prof. Well, don't mind if I do. Cycle the Triome. Sight a Siphoner. Land. Let's cast Prof while they're down on counterspells. Shields are down. And we'll plus. Thief of Sanity is good. Discover the Formula is better. Pass the turn. Just we have to be wary about how many cards we have left in deck. That's all. We don't want the same fiasco again. Treasure. Hey, dragon, wakey, wakey. Wake up, dragon. Would you please? No? Okay, they just cast Golos. That's fine. Unless they have, like, Field of the Dead, then that's bad. Nope, just a Spiral Bluff Canal. A wee bit of fixing. Land plus go get Silumgar's command. Pass the turn. Actually, let's discover the formula now before they have any counterspell magic. And we will bounce the Golos. And comes day, so we get to loot. Hooray! Draw, discard. Let's discard Disfigure. Sure, it's 1 mana for Arcane Bombardment, but we can do better. They cast a Porty Hole, exile our crab. No more crab for us. And then just recast Golos. Burn the house down. Rude. Now Prof is taking damage. Prof does not like this. We will take just a land over Mythos. And we're decking ourselves again. God damn it. Cast Bombardment. Pass the turn. We need to get Midnight Clock down next turn. Prof will take some damage. They cast Expressive Iteration. Sure. If Ponder drew 2 cards, it would be called Expressive Iteration. Because it is. On paper, this is like a fine spell. Like, you never cast it on turn 2. You cast it on turn 3 to hit like a land drop. Oh, that is dismissible. Trigger, Arcane Bombardment. We exile. What do we exile? Discover the formula. I mean, that's really good. And they concede. I mean, we only have 6 cards left in deck. And we have to land Midnight Clock soon. But yeah, we could just like wipe the board next turn. And then just start spewing our hand. GG's. On to the next game. Oh yeah, because we drew the card, it would have been 5 cards left in deck. Yeah. Well, we got our gold back. That's all I care about. And on to round number, hopefully win 6, but this is round 8. On to the next one. This hand looks fine. We'll keep. We'll play. All of our lands enter tapped. We'll lead off with. Let's lead off with this, naming blue and scry 1. There we go. Untapped land. They play a pathway and pass. We'll play this on blue, pass the turn. Hold up counterspell mana. No, we're just threatening counterspell. We don't have counterspell. Honestly, we'd rather actually prefer for them not to cast a spell here. That way we can hold counterspell up for next turn. Thank you. We'll start getting these tap lands out of the way. Play Sulphur Falls, pass the turn. This is definitely not an obvious counterspell. Omen of the Sea, sure thing, man. Pretty lands, though. I really love these. Like, the stained glass lands from the new Dominaria United is looking pretty decent, but nothing is going to compare to these lands. Poppet Stitcher, that is definitely worth counterspelling. We'll play Hagra Mauling tapped into Hagra Brood Pit. Pass the turn. And now we have Exclude held up, but they just pass. Land, say go. They just crack the Omen, that's fine. Spend a turn just to scry 2. I am all happy about that. They play a Hall of Oracles. And they pass. End of turn. We will channel the Opus. My turn. Play a land. Pass the turn. Everything is instant. Yeah. They just not allowed to do anything. Oh, you want to do something? No. No, you don't. Are they also trying to hold up counterspell mana? Well, we'll attempt to exclude it. They negate, sure. And we'll Mythos of Nethroi, Champions of Tyr. They get a boon, though, which is annoying. But what can you do about it? Just cast Suspicious Stowaway, pass the turn. And hold up Silumgar's command. They pass. It becomes night for my Seafaring Werewolf. Swing. We draw a card! Hooray! We are breaking even. Ooh, dismiss. Cast Hard Evidence. Pass a turn. Hold up Silumgar's command and dismiss. They create a 1/1, sure thing. Obscura Polymorphist. Yeah, let's dismiss that. We'd rather keep our Seafaring Werewolf, thank you very much. We're just counterspelling your Polymorphist, that's all. They counterspell our counterspell. Rude. Mean glad we didn't run Torrential Gearhulk into it. With a counter, and they polymorph our werewolf into a Siphoner. Actually, I kind of like that a lot. Yeah, I like that a lot. And we'll just pass the turn. They pass. They swing. We'll take 3. Sure, that's fine. Cards in deck, 23, so we're a little close to milling out, but not that much. We still have a lot of time. Let's flash in the Gearhulk. Hopefully no more counter magic. They commit it. Sure, that's fine. We can wipe away their board. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can crack the clue. And draw a Torrential Gearhulk. And then cast Magma Opus. Deal damage there. Tap these. Increase the damage like that. We create a 4/4, draw 2 cards, and kill a lot of things. Yeah, Magma Opus, why did they print that card again? Hey, we wanted that. Show them who's dominant. Swing with the crab. All hail crab. And they brainstorm. At worst, they just cast a memory, which then we refill our hand and start spitting out stuff. And then they also refill, but they spent their mana to refill us. We're already pretty refilled, though. Yep, sure. That's fine. Cast Midnight Clock. Cast Prof Onyx. Definitely, it's like suspicious to run into some sort of spell since they didn't cast Brazen Borrower. Sure, land. With a Midnight Clock in play, we should feel much better about drawing cards. This thing does have Flash. I completely forgot Brazen Borrower's Flash among the wall of text that it has. We can just kill it with Silumgar's Command. If they wheel us, that's fine. Cast out, exiling our Prof. Makes sense. We take 3, and then they can create a human. A human. Play tap land. No tax. Pass the turn. Let's see, we have 5 blue mana, so that blue mana isn't constraint, so we can cast Silumgar's Command. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 mana exactly. Perfect. Okay, so we can counterspell their memory even after casting Silumgar's Command. Interesting they're drawing a card instead of casting memory. Return target permanent, -3/-3. So we will bounce Champions of Tyr and kill their Brazen Borrower. Tap with all of the black mana we have. Saiba Siphoner is looking pretty good. Cast Saiba Siphoner. Go get Counterspell. Cast Counterspell. Fair Magic. Combat, swing. Cast Cultivator's Caravan. Cast Cold Steel Heart. We will name blue since we have a heavy blue count. And we'll pass the turn. And we can activate Midnight Clock twice. If they cast Memory, that's fine. We've dumped our hand, so refilling doesn't seem bad. Activate Midnight Clock. Activate Midnight Clock. The hour comes to 8. Tick tock, tick tock. Swing for 2. They can create a 1/1. This can only be activated as a sorcery, yeah. So it encourages you to cast instants and sorceries main phase. Oh! Well, that's a big Sharko. Luckily, we can Fading Hope. They draw a card. Our counter grows. If they don't cast Memory here, we will just wheel away. And if they do cast Memory, just don't activate Midnight Clock, because we'd rather wait. They cast their own Midnight Clock. Into creating a 1/1. Or Memory. They cast Memory. Resolve. Arcane Bombardment. We will Petty Theft the cast out. Because they don't have enough mana to recast it. And we get Prof back. Hooray! Oh, no. Rude. Well, we'll cast Brazen Borrower now. Resolve. And we draw a card with the clue. Things are looking pretty good. We draw Silumgar's Command. And the time has come. Return target permanent. -3, -3. Bounce. You. -3, -3. Our turn. Land. Cast Arcane Bombardment. Cast Burn Down the House. Creating some 1/1s. Trigger, we get Silumgar's Command. And we'll cast it. Choosing return target non-land permanent and -3, -3. Bounce there. Rafine's Tower. I don't really want to kill one of my creatures, but I mean the crab's not doing anything. Kill the crab. Create a bunch of 1/1s. And with Silumgar's Command now underneath Arcane Bombardment, any instant or sorcery now cast is a counterspell. So not only do they have to deal with Arcane Bombardment, but they now also have to deal with our board, which will be constantly producing some tokens. We can bounce some stuff, kill some stuff, whatever we need. We can like Fading Hope or Saiba Siphoner. But we won't be able to recast it. So we'd more or less disfigure one of our own devils. Hullbreaker Horror. We can't do anything about that, which sucks. They play a tower. They cast Midnight Clock. They have to do something with our board, though, or else they're pretty dead. Well, we will Fading Hope their Hullbreaker. Trigger Arcane Bombardment. We will create some 1/1s. And counter target non-creature spell, return... wait, cancel. Counter target non-creature spell, give... return target non-land permanent, yeah. That would have been better, instead of -3, -3. Yeah, that was a good game. That was definitely a tough one, but them casting Memory refilled us pretty well. So yeah, on to the next game, and the final boss. Will we win or lose? Let's find out. This hand looks fine. It's not amazing, but we're on the play. It helps. Xander's Lounge tapped. Pass the turn. Grim Lavamancer. Most likely a mono red deck. We'll name blue. Bottom land. Pass the turn. Oh, blue-red spells. They cast Cold Steel Heart. We will cast a Cultivator's Caravan. And a pass of the turn. Ah, Jeskai control. Mind Stone into Smoldering Egg. Well, before they can get any counter magic up, let's Mythos of Nethroi the Smoldering Egg. And pass a turn. Hold up counterspell. What a fair and balanced card. It's definitely not played in every single format you could ever possibly play it in. Well, we'll cast a Suspicious Stowaway. And pass turn. This will punish them if they want to, like, pass the turn anymore. Soon's Intervention. Yeah, no. No, 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 no. No, no. That would have been bad. Lose our Caravan. They kill our Stowaway. Yep. That's a thing they can do. And Allran, God of the Cosmos. They choose land. Pass the turn. They pass. We have to take 5. Not much we can do about that. End of turn. What are you going to choose? Instant. Revealing land. Land Torrential Gearhulk. We will disfigure the Lavamancer. And Saiba Siphoner. Go grab a Mythos of Nethroi. Cast Mythos of Nethroi. They crack the Mind Stone, maybe trying to look for a counterspell. But they can't find it. Play this tapped. Swing for 2. Pass the turn. Hands full of spells, just not counter spells. Mephit's Enthusiasm. Into Seasoned Pyromancer, gets the boon. And they discard their hand, draw 2. Utgar's Fury and a Sacred Foundry. Sure. Hey, Saiba Siphoner. Did you get put onto my... You got shuffled away, didn't you? Well, that was lucky, to say the least. We'll just pass the turn. If they cast anything, we can just Silumgar's command it. Land. Cast Torrential Gearhulk. Let's go get a Mythos of Nethroi. Destroy Seasoned Pyromancer. This way, if they do have removal, then we don't take as much damage. We destroy the Pyromancer. They can exile it from graveyard to create some 1/1s. That's fine by me. We eat their Elemental. And they cast Touch of the Spirit Realm, exiling Gearhulk. Makes sense, but they don't know what they just have done. Play Savai Triumph, pass a turn. They pass. We'll cast a Saiba Siphoner. Yes, we did get it back when it died. I love Magic. Move to combat. Swing for 2. They create some elementals. Sure thing. They double block. We will return -3/-3. Return -3/-3. We could have gotten 2 damage in. We shouldn't have let this happen. Yeah, we could return the touch. Get back our Gearhulk. Disfigure another elemental. Yeah, we misplayed it. Oh. Or recast Silumgar's command. Return target permanent -3/-3. We will bounce your Cold Steel Heart. Yeah, Cold Steel Heart -3/-3. And now we have Counterspell to stop their Touch of the Spirit Realm. Unholy Heat? Yeah, sure. Their thing's still dying. And we'll play land on blue since we already have all the red we're ever going to need. So, nice counterspell I have, don't you think? Anything you play will be used against you. Touch of the Spirit Realm, counterspell. Cold Steel Heart. Sure thing. They name red. They play Steam Vents tapped. And they pass. Cool. And an Arcane Bombardment. Don't mind if I do. Arcane Bombardment. Sure, most of our good instant sorceries have been exiled already because of Gearhulk. But not a problem. We still have Counterspell and Disfigure in our graveyard. Hey! Rude. Ooh. Nice. Well, Saiba Siphoner, 3rd time this game. You have been a blessing. If it would die, shuffle it in its owner's library instead is been so important this game. I forgot that was even like a thing until I realized, wait, didn't they kill this with Mephit's Enthusiasm? And it's just gone, and then I read the text. Cast Saiba Siphoner. Go grab Counterspell. They crit 4/4. And then they strangle. Sure. Rogren Triumph. Well, we'll cast Thief of Sanity. We will crew. And swing for 5. Smack attack. And pass the turn. Now we have Counterspell / Disfigure up. They play a land. What you got? They smack us for 4. We go down to 7. A little worrying. But with the counterspell, I don't think they can do too much. And unless they have a creature on board, things are looking on the up and up. Any spell we draw is insane because all of the card quality that we're running in this deck. They pay 6 mana. No. Lo siento, pero yo no le gusta Realm Cloak Giant. I don't know how to say Realm Cloak Giant in Spanish. I'm only like in Spanish 2 for studies, so not great. Okay, they cast Lier. And now they have Strangle and Unholy Heat available to them. Yikes. Well, we cast a Celestius. We loot. Gain a life. Mill a land. No attacks. Pass the turn. Can they deal damage to face? Magma Opus. Are we just dead? Wow. Good games. I was not expecting that. Yeah, maybe letting the board wipe happen was correct. Wasn't really sure there. GG's. I'm fine losing to that. It was a very grindy game. And getting Cyber Siphoner 3 times. That was just insane. Good games. Well, still going 6-3. We got our gold back. I am happy. Let's take one look at the deck. Yeah, maybe playing Brawl's Expertise or Gale's Redirection would have been nice. Maybe even Fatal Push. But I think how it ended up was still really good. If you would have changed anything, let me know down in the comments. And if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. It means so much. May RNGesus bless you. And I hope you enjoyed the content. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And I will see you all next time.